One Piece 1014, a chapter probably the biggest since 1010 in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, there's going to be a new series on my channel. I'm going to talk about, what just happened. It would be the title, I'm going to go through the chapter and give my thoughts bit by bit and sort of like thinking about ahead of the future. Maybe we'll do this live sometimes. We have to see where we go from here. But starting off this chapter, we had a lot of few things happen, I'm gonna be looking side to side. I won't be as professional as other YouTubers. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Starting off a chapter, we sort of go back to Luffy and Kaido. And Kaido sort of mocking Luffy in the sense that he says, what was that again? Gomu Gomu no? Like, there's so many villains who I haven't really seen, to memory at least, mock Luffy. The one person I can think of is my favorite antagonist, at least, Otakuri, when, he was saying, is this how I do it? Gomu Gomu no. And that's the only other time I can really think of someone trying to copy Luffy in a sense and trying to, mock him like that. And Kaido was sad at the big end of last chapter, and it really makes you think, like, I guess, is he really sad? Because my boy cheered up quickly, didn't he? I'm thinking what there is it to Kaido and how he's really thinking. He isn't hybrid form anymore. I didn't really clock that while doing a live reaction of the chapter, but I realize it now that Kaido sort of gone back to his normal form, his human form, and he says to Luffy, seems like you couldn't be Joy Boy either. And there's a lot of things to go about into that. I might do a separate video just for that, like, thing alone, and, like, the Joy Boy stuff. It's just crazy when you think about that. Someone calls Kaido saying, Momonosuke, we've located him, and he's like, okay, I'm on my way. So Kaido not even staying on the roof. I thought, like, Yamato would have caught Luffy and going into that. But it looks like, Kaido's gonna go down to them. And we'll talk about stuff like that later into the chapter, but over here I'm thinking it's pretty crazy. Kaido sort of cheered up quickly, got back into battle mode, and he's gonna go take care of everything down there, and he says, announce my, battle victory to almost everyone on Onigashima. Everyone's about to be shocked, aren't they, is what I'm thinking at this moment. It's just like, yo, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen from here, but hearing that Luffy lost, everyone's gonna be in shock. And this really is a defeat. I don't know wherever on the raid so far, whether you want to call it the end of the raid, but we have to see. We progressed the chapter. Obviously, Yamato was fighting. Yamato not with Momonosuke anymore. Whether Yamato's heading to Luffy or not, it's a different question. But, we go to Momonosuke reading almost Oden's journal, Oden's diary, what he left. But then, Momonosuke sort of says, what is this? And he's sort of clenching his head. I have no clue what this is, I guess. Unless something else happened. Unless I'm stupid or something. But I have no clue if, like, Kaido is causing this with the little frog thing, or whether it's something with the voices like Zunisha in the head as well, because he's saying, what is this? Who are you? I would assume it's just the frog thing over there, but, like, you never know what could happen. It wasn't really explained, so I'm not too sure. Go to Chopper fighting Queen, and he flipping him over. But Chopper is sort of struggling. He has arrows in his back, and really trying to, like, fight this. I'm not really... Marco's somewhere else right now. He's not really in this battle. But Chopper's sort of struggling, Can't really keep up this form for any longer. Someone says to him, hey, yo, if you give this drug to me, maybe we can increase it to 30 minutes. And if we had Monster Point for 30 minutes, that would be already a big improvement. So we really have to see where we go from here. Black coffee from Queen firing at Chopper. And he really is, under pressure right now. Someone comes up and announces everything to Kaido and says, Straw Hat Luffy has lost the rebel with the highest bounty, been defeated, been slaughtered by Kaido-sama, and is being dropped, his corpse is being dropped into the sea. Now, I'm going to talk about this right here, right now. Earlier in the week, I have seen theories saying in Dreaming on the opening of One Piece, the current one, Luffy is sort of, descending into the sea, sort of, I guess, wearing the costume he is right now, outfit, and he's drowning. And right here, it says his corpse was dropped into the depths of the night sea, the darkest depths of the night sea. And whether that's intentional or not, it's really funny to see, how that just plays out. Obviously, we see here Luffy just, drowning here, and it really sort of looks like parallel to what is in the opening. Kaido's on his way over here. All the Straw Hats are shocked about, what just happened. I can't believe it. Andro pulls up to where Momonosuke is. In the basement almost, and he obviously planning to do something over here. Someone announcing that the victory has been decided. And you know, Shinobu even shocked, like, what's happening? This is bad, Momonosuke-sama. They say, you know, one of the Marys is here. Kinemon and Kiku return to Momonosuke's side, and I'm not really too sure what's gonna happen here, but it ain't pretty. Hey Momonosuke, it's been too long, says Oden, but it's not Oden. It is everybody's favorite. Fuck Conchiro is Conchiro, Oden-sama, and obviously Momonosuke, not knowing, I guess he's in a pain state right now. Everything has happened. When you think about it in the sense that so much has happened to Momonosuke that you can't really blame him for going like, oh shit, it's Oden. Like, I guess this is really, like, this raid has obviously been a night. My boy's been captured. My man's been beaten by Conjuro. He's been saved. Running around all night. For a child, that is a lot of stress. And to see that happen right now, like, he must be under a lot of pressure right now. Kiku continues to charge at Conjuro, the fake Oden, and saying, you know, it's a fraud. Even Shinobu's a bit confused because she wasn't there at the time. And Shinobu really pissed in the sense that she's really rushing towards the fake Oden. And everybody knows what really happened next about that. Kiku sort of thinks back to what happened with Oden and Oden taking her in with Izo, and yeah, I screamed. Like, if you haven't looked at the chapter reaction yet, I was screaming a little bit because I did not expect it. Like, I guess we're already talking about sort of a death within Wano, and whether Kiku's dead or not, she's been stabbed through the chest by Conchiro. Everybody's shocked here, and Kinemon in a rage almost. You know, Conchiro says, you know, turnabout is fair play. You gave me a fatal wound earlier after all. Sort of saying, you know, we're even now. Kinemon pissed yet again, and I guess it really, when he shouted Kinemon when after we got out of the Oden flashback and he tried to kill him there, it's sort of like reminiscence of that, but actually he gets to fuck up Conchiro this time and catches Kiku sort of saying to him, forgive me, the lingering snow is finally melting, so I can tell the dawn is near. And I guess that sort of means the light might be coming into Kiku, so she is, you know, passing into the afterlife. And this is really painful. Like, I really did like Kiku's character, such a jolly character. I think everybody got trapped by her in the beginning. So when her arm got cut off, you know, she dealt with that, or he dealt with that, may I say. And yeah, it's painful to see if Kiku really goes out here, but it will be a pretty fitting death, I guess, if we really need to have one in Wano. Kinemon going for Conjuro, slashes him yet again, but this time actually lands. It is not a painting, slashes the actual Conjuro. And he says someone had to close a curtain on my life. And he's saying, you're the perfect fit for that role. After all, I was stage performing. You were my best friend. You know? I don't know whether Conjuro means this in a way that he was actually his best friend, or whether he, you know, means this fully, or he's sort of saying, you know, I was acting the whole time. I really do think he was acting the whole time, but there is a little bit of a part of him that, you know, has a connection to Kinemon after being through him all these years. That is a little bit of his friend. So, yeah, it's pretty wild. You know, just when we thought everything could have, you know, sort of been fine, everything's starting to be fine again, we sort of take another step into this, and we sort of see Kaido break into where Momonosuke is, crashes through the ceiling almost. And this is already trouble already. Momonosuke's shook that Kaido was here. To see Kaido again, the man who killed his father, like, this is really painful. Wow. I'm at a loss of words right here. I even just paused when I was reading this. I didn't know what to think. He's trying to swing at Shinobu, but, you know, Kinemon almost, my bad. And he swings at Kinemon. Kinemon's trying to block this attack in an X sort of formation, you know? And whether he actually blocked it or not, the swords are broken. But we sort of see over here, I'm not sure whether that's blood or not, or whether that's just Kaido's, like, even Haki almost crashing on Kinemon's head. But I do think it's blood. And whether Kinemon's head is crushed or how he's going to take this, it's sort of a mystery from here. In my opinion, I feel like Kinemon, he's going to be damaged a lot. He's going to be in a fatal condition. This is a fatal wound from Kinemon. But I feel like he might have a chance to get out of this. Obviously, we end the chapter with a really nice quote. Onigashima looks over the skies of the mainland Wano, moment by moment. And I guess this means, you know, obviously moment by moment, we're getting even closer to the flower capital, and we're sort of gonna crash on that eventually. This whole arc, this whole chapter even, has just been phenomenal. The past few chapters have been leading up to this Luffy Kaido fight. And in my opinion, I feel like this would have been an amazing way to end Act 3. But I guess Oda really has different plans to where he wants to end Act 3. I feel like it could be next chapter, but at the same time, this would have been where Volume ended. Unless... No, this would have been where Volume ended. So I'm trying to think where we're going to go from here and how we're going to progress into Act 4 of Wano. Maybe next chapter we get to see some stuff. Thankfully, no break next week. If Oda had to take a break, it's okay. He presented us with this phenomenal chapter. But Oda really on the top of Jump at the moment. Oda, as everybody would love to call him, I in that category too. Has just done a phenomenal job of the whole of Wano, and I really do think, you know, I saw a tweet the other day saying how One Piece is doing this 20th year ongoing, you know? Or 25th year, I'm not really too sure. I'm tripping out a bit. I'm just at a loss of words. Everybody really hyping up Wano, saying it's the best arc. For me, I can sort of agree here. I don't like to rank arcs fully until they've ended. But Marineford's the top. It's my favorite, you know, like Water 7, the Water 7 saga, Enies Lobby, whatever you like to say there. That is also my second favorite. And it's just, I guess it's sort of just pushing Marineford, but Marineford does it for me. It's the icing on the cake. It's the cherry on top. But I guess Wano's sort of, you know, taking that spot now. And we even have another 2 acts left, supposedly. So I want to see where we go from here, and I'm excited. My opinion that Kaido, what I think he's going to do next is sort of... I guess Momonosuke is like the key to this battle, in my opinion. Once we get Momonosuke, this battle is over. He is the heir to Wano. He is going to be the next, you know, Shogun, I guess, of Wano. Like the next Lord of Wano. So if we have Momonosuke, then we win the battle. That's why Momonosuke is hiding. That's why Kaido wants to sort of get Momonosuke. If we have Momonosuke, execute him, there's no future for Wano. There's no hair anymore. So we really have to see where we go from here. Whether Luffy's going to get out of here. Whether Kinemon's going to sort of do something here. I don't know who's going to arrive. Luffy obviously still drowning at the moment. And I really love the touching over the top there. We get to see what's happening with that. I'm really not too sure what's going to happen yet again. Like I said, I can hope for the best. The raid will fail, is what I'm predicting right here, right now. I don't think it's going to go successful. Can we still sort of like... Can Wano have a good future with the raid failing? I do think so, but how we're going to get from now to here? I don't know what's going to happen. Everybody's bodied up. Everybody's bandaged. And if we go back to another chapter where Cypher Paul Zero was talking, it's just like, even if Kaido loses, do you really think the fighting will stop here? So it really makes you think, oh yeah, so we can defeat all of these people. But if that statement is true, and the fighting will not stop there, then we are in for some shit right now, and it's about to be crazy. Three things I see happening. You know, maybe Yamato saving Luffy. If Yamato does not have a devil fruit, it makes you question if Yamato has a devil fruit or not. Really got to see what she has to do here, if she will go save Luffy from that. 2, if we are looking at Dreaming On, Luffy sort of musters up the willpower, grabs it in his hand. I guess, like, you know, it could be like the Conqueror's Haki flowing through our boy's bones, and sort of maybe gets out on his own. It could be that. Or 3, somebody else, or we're going to go into a different act. Maybe even, well, I think, it's a really large stretch, but everybody's been saying it for a while. The Marines show up to Wano. We already know Cypher Paul Zero's here. We know Drake is here with something with sword. So obviously a touch of the Marines are in Wano already, but we don't have any of the big dogs here. At the moment, we don't know what they're doing. We have not gone back to outside the world of Wano. I believe the last time we did, we saw the 7 warlords, you know, being on the hunt from there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that was the last time we sort of saw it, and we got everything out of that. So I'm thinking right here, what's going to happen if the Marines will show up, and because it's not in the jurisdiction, Wano isn't. So if they do show up next chapter, then it's going to be there. Funny fact, I actually had a dream of the 3 admirals showing up and confronting Kaido. I don't know where this dream came from, but, like, you know, I woke up thinking, hey, yo, did your boy get spoiled or something? Like, god damn. it was a pretty sick panel in my head, I'm not gonna lie, but that's the dream I had. If that comes to fruition, which it won't, it definitely won't. I would be surprised, but I'm excited to see where Oda takes this. Oda at the top of Jump right now, 20 years into One Piece, and he's still performing like this, almost on a week-to-week basis, is what I want to say. You know, thankfully he gets to take these breaks. Obviously, considering what's happened with, you know, mangaka, the passing of Moira, we should encourage these mangaka to take breaks and should have shit on them. I guess this will be the end of the hiatus jokes from now on, which is good, I guess. You know, like, we shouldn't, like, clown on authors, mangaka, for taking hiatuses when their health and they're trying to perform the best for us and give us the entertainment that, you know, that they want to give us, you know? Like Hana Hana with Togashi. So, let's chill on that a little bit. Let's celebrate a little bit, like, Oda really pushing in the work, doing this quality of art. I never actually talked about the art. The art is phenomenal within this chapter, the little angles he's doing, and it's great. I can't wait to see what happens next chapter, like I said. I've rambled on long enough, and I guess it's going to be the end of the video. I'm going to sort of do a little bit of these every week. I'm going to do it for Black Clover later, where I do my reaction of that. That's all I really got to say. If you enjoyed the video, give your boy a like and sub. If you're new around here, we sort of reached 600. I want to thank you guys for that. If any of you One Piece fans are to do with that, One Piece is my favorite series, I guess you want to call it. We might be do a Berserk stream later, and that would be me finishing off the Golden Age arc. I believe we're going to have 5 volumes to 4 volumes left. We're going to be continuing that, you know? Be like 40 chapters, 30 chapters, 30 chapters at least, okay? That's what we're going to do. So I would appreciate if you guys join that. Follow my Twitter, join the Discord, the link should be here now. And I would really appreciate, you know, if we can communicate there. If you have any questions, let me know what you thought in the comments about the video. I'm going to sort of edit this in a way it would be entertaining for both of us. Going to put some music in the back. It's going to be nice. Anyway, if you enjoyed the chapter, let me know. Like and sub if you're new, and maybe you'll join your boy next time. Sensei out.